Okay, this will be an introduction to codename Project Voltron. Just to explain the symbolism, essentially what I will be teaching you how to do is to take various components and combine their use. So, similar to the 5 lines there that have their own range of capabilities. But you'll notice that as expanded as the capabilities are, no one line is equal to the full capacity of all of them joined together. So this will be the general concept. Basically, the black line will represent the administrative account from which you will be maneuvering the other components. The blue line will represent land, real estate. Yellow line represents commodities, gold, silver. Basically, between those two, you'll be dealing with wealth produced from a combination of the application of people's labor with natural resources found on the earth. So that's why they're the legs, foundation. The red and the green lines will be dealing with foreign currency exchange and stocks, options. That's a little bit more abstract, a little bit more speculative in nature. And the reason for that is because, in terms of the arms, is that as you get into more working with more abstract concepts that are based on the lower level or the fundamental level of people working directly on the natural resources, combining that with their labor and then producing products and services based on that. So the next level of abstraction is where you're creating purely conceptual products. These are services that only exist in the minds of the people that are creating and purchasing them. So that's the general concept. I will be now keeping in mind that each component, the information that I have access to, it's a very high level of educational quality. You might say it's beyond the conventional run-of-the-mill material that would be commonly available. The people that I'll be introducing to you that handle each component are experts in their fields. So we're talking about at least 5 to 10 years worth of experience on each end, dealing with the real estate, precious metals, foreign currency exchange, and stocks. This is not something you're going to see on CNBC. This will be beyond your general commentary you'll see in the New York Times or the Financial Times or the Wall Street Journal. Just warning you guys now, it's going to be quite a learning curve. Some of the concepts in terms of ways that you would put this information to practical use to get tangible results, I am very certain you will not have seen before. Because if you have, then you'll recognize it as soon as you see it. I'm reasonably certain you won't, but you can contact me if you have. That said, this is just general introduction. I will most likely be putting together probably a clip that's going to give a general outline of each component separately, and then I'll get into how these will all be combined in practical use to get better results. So this is it for the introduction for codename Project Voltron, and the ultimate goal is essentially your financial self-sufficiency. Because given the general environment out here, obviously the people who would like to consolidate and maintain control over the natural resources would very much like to retain that control and starve you out of getting access to what you need, which obviously is not a good thing for us in general. So this is your opportunity. You could say that this is a combination financial disaster preparedness, recovery, and preventative maintenance plan, depending on which end of it you're in. For some of you, this will be preventative maintenance. For a lot of you, this will be financial recovery and just disaster mitigation damage control. All right, so that said, this is the introduction, and I look forward to you joining me for the next installment.